Good morning, all our friends. It's Miss Amber. Today's Thursday, and on the calendar, I'm going to be talking about the midwestern states of the United States of America. But before I do that, I also wanted to give you a small lesson on understanding our geographical directions north, south, east, and west, and how to find them on a map and in your home. But before I do that, let's get into the calendar, the weather, and sing our good morning song, okay? So take out your calendars that we made. Today's Thursday, so we'll start with the days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and let's begin again. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. What comes after Wednesday? Thursday. Great. Let me mark. And we're going to count our numbers. So we're going to count to number 7. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And today is 7. Today is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. Great. Okay, let's do the weather song. So if you have your weather chart, take that out and you can draw a picture of what you see out your window. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather, all our friends? Is it windy? Is it cloudy? Is there rain or is there sun? Okay, I'm looking out my window and I don't see any clouds. It looks like another sunny day in Livermore. I'm hoping you're also having really nice weather and you can go outside for a short walk. Okay. So draw a picture of what you see on your calendar for the weather, your weather chart, and we'll get our fingers ready for the good morning song. Shake it out. You ready? Good morning, good morning, good morning, all our friends. I love you, I miss you, please sit down, let's begin. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all our friends. I love you, I miss you. Please sit down. Let's begin. Great. Okay, so I have 2 lessons I'm going to show you today. The first is directions, geographical directions. What's north, what's south, what's east, what's west. And then I'm going to talk about the midwestern states on the United States map and a few of the states that have landmarks that are really interesting and historical. So before I do the states, I wanted to talk about this. This is a worksheet that's going to be going home with you today. You can print it out and you can color it and write the directions. This is a compass rose. A compass rose is a tool that you see on maps to tell you which side is north, east, south, and west. So you read a compass rose like a clock. So you go from the top clockwise, and the north is always the top. So I'm going to write an N for north. After north is east. East, I'm going to write an E. Okay, at the bottom of the compass rose is south, the southern direction. So I'm going to write an S in the box. And the last direction is west. So I'm going to write a W. I'm going to put it in marker so you can see. And a good way to remember where to put the directions on a compass rose is to remember a saying, a mnemonic saying like, never eat shredded wheat. Never is at the top, never, N for north. Eat is on the side. Eat, E for east. Shredded, S for south. Wheat, W for west. Never eat shredded wheat. That's the directions of my compass rose. And I can color my compass rose with coloring crayons. You can color yours in your home with coloring crayons. And these are the 4 basic directions that you would see on a geographical map. So north, east, south, west. You can remember again using the mnemonic, never eat shredded wheat. Okay? So you see a compass rose on maps, not on this painting, but if you have a book like an atlas that has a bunch of maps of different countries or the world, the compass rose looks like this. It would be found in like one of the corners of the map. So I have a map of the United States here, and this one didn't have a compass rose, but I drew one. And I drew one at the bottom. Never eat shredded wheat. North, east, south, west. And that way, when I look at my map, I know which ones are north, east, south, west. So the compass rose tells you which direction things are. So for this map, it was which direction states are. The compass is a tool that used to be used by travelers and sailors. We don't really use compasses anymore, but there are compasses on our phones, and now we have directions on things, but before we would use our compass. So I'm going to pull up my compass on the phone, and you can see what a compass is. So this is a compass on the phone, and the needle moves to face the magnetic north. See how it's moving? The arrow is moving. It's trying to find the north. So this is a compass. The compass helps you find directions if you don't have a map. And let's say you're hiking. The compass always finds the magnetic north. It's a magnet, and the earth has a natural magnetic north. So when you move the compass arrow will move to try to find the magnetic north. We don't usually use compasses anymore in everyday life, but you can still use it to find the directions if you're on a hike, or if you wanted to know which way to face north in your home. So like, for example, I could use this compass and find out if I'm facing which direction. So see, I'm facing west. And if I move the compass here, this is north. If I move the compass here, this is east. If I move the compass here, this is south. So the way I'm facing west, north, east, south. I could use a compass to draw a picture of my room. And you can too. If you have paper and a pencil, you can sit in your room and you can draw your room like a diagram or a map. And let's see, I have my table here. This is my living room. This is my window. This is my map. And this is my kitchen, right? So I have 4 chairs in my dining room. And this is kitchen. Living room. This is a window. And this is my world art canvas. Okay, so here I drew a picture of the room that I'm in. And now that I have my compass, I can see which directions are where. So I'm sitting in this chair here. That's me. And this wall is my west wall. This is my north wall with the window. This painting is on the east wall. And this is my south wall, and the kitchen is facing the south. So I have marked my directions of the room I'm in. You can do that too. But if you just want to practice, you can color your compass rose and write your directions. Remember, north is at the top of the rose, east, south, and west. Isn't that exciting and fun? Okay, now I'm going to talk about the Midwestern states. So here's the northeast states. This is the north, and in the middle of the United States are the Midwestern states. Mid is like middle, western states. So we have these states that are the Midwestern states. There's North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan. Those are the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 states of the Midwest. Okay? And here I have more pictures of the Midwestern states. So I'm going to talk about each of them. Here's my Midwestern states, my 12 Midwestern states. And there are a few states that have what we call landmarks. They're really famous pieces of land or something that was built in that area, in that state, that is famous and historic. So the first landmark in the Midwest is probably the most famous. It's Mount Rushmore, which is down here. Mount Rushmore is a mountain in South Dakota. South Dakota is this state right here. So Mount Rushmore is in South Dakota. It's one of the most iconic national memorials in the United States. It is 60 feet high, and it's a sculpture that was carved into the cliffside of the Black Hill Mountain in South Dakota. The faces that are carved into the mountain represent 4 American presidents: George Washington, Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson. So here's George Washington. He was our first president. Thomas Jefferson. Abraham Lincoln is right here. And in the corner here is Theodore Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt. Mount Rushmore was constructed as a national monument and was completed in 1939, and it really brought a lot of tourists to South Dakota because a lot of people come from all over the world to visit this mountain and to see the sculpture of the 4 former presidents. In fact, today, nearly 3 million people visit Mount Rushmore every year. Okay, so that's one of the monuments and landmarks found in the Midwest. Again, it's found in South Dakota. The next one is Chimney Rock, which is up here. Chimney Rock is another landmark that is found in the Midwest region of the United States. It's located in the state of Nebraska, which is right under South Dakota, right there. Okay. It's a symbol of the Great Western Migration during the 19th century. People pioneered and traveled across the United States so that they can go to the western states. And the Chimney Rock was a landmark that they would stop at and know where they were going, that they were going in the right direction. It's a recognizable landmark along the Oregon and California Trail. Chimney Rock is actually a historic national monument. It was created by thousands of years of erosion. Erosion is what happens when rock is broken down either by water or winds or lightning. And Chimney Rock is actually made from layers of volcanic ash and million-year-old clay, and it's been eroded, it's been broken down into this shape through windstorms, thunder, and lightning strikes, and also water and rain. So that's Chimney Rock. It's found in Nebraska. Okay, the next landmark is the Mackinac Bridge. It's a 5-mile suspension bridge that's found in Michigan. And Michigan is this green state right here that looks like a glove. So it's found here. It is the longest suspension bridge in the Western Hemisphere and the 5th longest in all of the world. It's built to withstand very hard wind conditions, but on a windy day, drivers can feel the bridge sway from side to side as the wind travels through and under the bridge. Okay, that's the Mackinac Bridge. It is located in Michigan. And then the last landmark I wanted to show you guys is this one here. It's called the Gateway Arch. It's a really famous structure that's found in Missouri. Missouri is this blue state down here. Okay, so the Gateway Arch is another iconic monument that's found in St. Louis, Missouri. It's the tallest of all the American national monuments. It is a total of 630 feet tall. The Gateway Arch was built in 1965 out of stainless steel, and it's a symbol that celebrates the pioneers, again, that traveled all across the United States to go westward to the west. And it also is a symbol of St. Louis being the gateway to the west. So it's like an arch that's like a gateway pointing you to the west. Okay, and it's on the west here, it's the Mississippi River. So that's found in Missouri. So those are the 4 national monuments I wanted to show you. Again, it's the Gateway Arch in Missouri, Chimney Rock in Nebraska, the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan, and of course Mount Rushmore in South Dakota. For the activities at home, I have a picture of the Midwestern states for you to color, and it has the names of the Midwestern states, and you can color them whatever color you want. It's just a collection of these 12 states. And then I also have a USA maze that you can do, just traveling across the United States like the pioneers did when they made their westward trek across the Midwest. And then the last activity I have for you is the Mount Rushmore. So you can color the Mount Rushmore and trace the name Mount Rushmore. It's in South Dakota. And there's also, of course, your compass rose that you can fill out, label, and color. Okay? And if you wanted to go even further, there are other points on the compass rose that you can fill out too. There's points in between 2 directions, and that direction is a new direction that combines the 2. So in between north and east is northeast, and you would write an N-E. In between east and south is southeast. In between south and west is southwest, and you would write SW. And in between west and north is northwest. So those are the 4 additional directional points. You don't have to fill them out, but that's what those points are. And again, you can color this too. That's another activity you can take home with you and color using crayons, markers, or whatever you have. And if you feel really excited about learning directions, you can always draw a picture of your room and ask your mom and dad to borrow their phone compass to find which direction each wall is. Remember how I showed you? Okay, those are the directions of a map and also our Midwestern states of the United States of America. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I hope you have fun coloring and learning about the states and doing directions in your home. I miss you. Bye!